Hey, you guys, it's your girl, Miss Red, with the Miss Red Podcast Show. Welcome. Okay, you guys see, I'm in studio today. Okay, so I don't have my sunglasses because we're not in the glam room. We're being very serious today. We have a very importante. Have a very great, yes, honey. We're speaking French today. Voulez-vous penser? Mm-hmm. Is that French? DC. Well, we have a very special guest, as you can see with me today. I am enamored, impressed. I love having, you guys know I'm silly and stuff, but I love having profound conversations. You guys know I'm a thinker, I'm a writer. You guys know I teach English. I like having, because DC kind of brings me down with my conversations. I mean, he's yawning right now. I mean, good gracious. But no, I love his story. I think it was something that I thought was best to tell. Sorry we're late today, traffic, everything, but let me apologize for that first of all, you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. So I felt it was important to have his story told on the Miss Red Podcast Show. And I'm going to introduce him because he has tons of accolades that I feel that I want you to know who he is. And he has a great story to tell that I think is inspiring, that I think can help other people, other races, other males, females, young, old. I was inspired. I mean, I actually kind of teared up when we just connected, just like anybody I think he meets, because his spirit is so big. I mean, DC was like, I want him on my show. I'm like, well, let me have him first, please. So with no further ado, let me just read some stuff about him, and then we will get started because we're a little bit late today. All right, so here we go. Brandon Abbey is a decorated combat veteran of Iraq and Afghanistan, turned visionary entrepreneur, a 7-time author and global mental health advocate. As the founder of Diamante Media Group, LLC, and Renner Institute, Brandon has published over 200 books. I mean, come on, that's amazing. Built 2 dynamic companies and inspired thousands of people worldwide. A widow, father of 2, a fraternity brother. We got to find out who's he representing. And community leader, he blends life experience with business mastery to empower people to own their story, reclaim their power, and build legacy. So let's give a warm welcome to Brandon Abbey to the show.
What?
Round of applause! Round of applause! So, Brandon Abbey, if you don't know who that is, you can Google him. You can Google him. We're going to give you all his socials at the end. He'll give them, and then I already start putting them on my platform, but they will be, I got all of them. So, they'll be on the platform. So, Brandon, lovely and honored to have you on my show.
Yeah, for sure, man. I appreciate you for inviting me.
Absolutely.
It's an honor for you. You know what I mean? You're doing your thing. So,
I mean,
for sure.
We work in the same studio. I feel like, I'm working, I do my podcast and he does his show, he did his radio, his audio book in the same studio. So I was like, we use the same producer. I was like, oh my, I feel fancy, so, can you tell me, let's just go ahead and get started. So Where did you come from, the beginning with your life? Where I know you have you're trying to, can you just give us where did it start from?
Well, I started from I'm originally from Mississippi, Cleveland, Mississippi, and that right there really birthed me, and I tell people, in 3rd grade I got bullied, and so that really transformed, that one day transformed my entire life. And I actually I brought a knife to school because I wanted to protect myself, and I almost got kicked out of school, right? And for bringing a knife to school. I had to go to the board, right? I had to go to the education board. And so I failed the third grade and fifth grade because at the time I hated reading, writing, and speaking.
Really?
Right? From that one incident created that thought process that lived on in my life, that I was always saying I hate reading, writing, and speaking up until I picked up a pen and started writing. So that right there, and dropped out of high school after ninth grade, and went back to school 10th grade. Like I was all honors classes too at the time too. So went back to school in 10th grade when I moved to Atlanta. And from there, it was like, okay, within 3 years, within 5 years from that, going back to school, I was number one in Japan in the Air Force.
So do you hear this? A person that goes from get bullied. I know, what are you getting bullied for?
Well, I was in the base. I was in the school, the local newspaper, and the guy didn't like that, right? So he felt I was more than.
Oh, that was a dummy.
Yeah, it was like
he was a dummy.
He felt like I was being too much because I was in the paper. It was a '94 ice storm, and so I was in the reporter seen me walking with my books on my head and put me in the paper, right? And so that's where that, like I said, that shaped my life, a large piece of my life.
So you were getting bullied for being smart, for doing your work and being smart. Okay, that's crazy. That still happens now.
Yeah, actually. For sure. Yeah,
that's crazy. But yeah, so just trying to see, you got bullied, then you bumped the night to school, and then you got in trouble for that. As an educator, I have such a big issue with that. You defend yourself, and then you get in trouble.
It's all good. I think that right there shaped.
That happens now.
Yeah, that shaped my life.
Wow.
And, because I fell that year, and I was like, okay, I don't want to be in front of nobody anymore like that, right? It was that if I do something right, I'm gonna, I will. I don't want to be in front of people because I don't want to be dealing with this no more. And so that was a space for me. And so me doing that, it just allowed me to, and I'm glad I went through the journey though. Because, you think about it, I hit 40 in 2 years, 2 months. 2 months, 2 years, all that. Right. In 2 weeks, I hit 40 years old. And on the 25th, my new audio book is about to launch too.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
Yeah. It's the first volume of that. And so I'm excited about my journey, and it's still pulling out. This journal actually created the person I am today by going through it. So that's one of the things I would definitely say, if anybody's listening and wanted to rock, is that journal made me who I am today. So
the journal. Yeah. Because the thing is, the topic, because I have this podcast or our conversation going in segments, like at the beginning, the middle, and the end. So the topic that you wanted to kind of touch on was from combat to building a family legacy, and then wife, kids, and family and sacrifices. So the beginning came from the thing with the schooling and having that difficult time, trying to do the right thing, going to school, getting bullied, trying to defend yourself, and then having a whole challenge from that. Did you end up getting expelled?
I didn't get expelled. They gave me 5 days, and then they gave me another 4 days. So I went to the school board, and by the time I went back to school, they were like, "Hey, I had a time I missed 9 weeks test and all that stuff." So
I have a question. This is off the wall. Did it happen to the bully?
No.
Okay, we'll move on from that. Okay, so your inspiration came from that.
Yeah.
And that was the foundation how you began.
Yep.
So you wanted to get your feelings out. Yeah. You wanted to express them and get it out, and you felt that was the best way to get it out. Not with your fist, not with the knife.
Yeah.
I think that's amazing, because a lot of people would have done that and continued on with that knife or gun, gone the wrong path.
Yeah. And it really that, like I said, that created the person. This is third grade too, so think about it. It created a lot of my best friend told a teacher on me. So
what?
Yeah.
My
best friend, yeah. My best friend.
What's your mama say?
He raised his hand, was like, I pulled it out a little bit, and I pulled it out a little bit.
Just a knife.
And he's like, no. I was like, no, don't tell nobody. And he's like, hey, I ain't gonna tell. As soon as I showed it to him, I said,
"What friend is this?"
Because I had forgot it was in there.
I ain't got no friends. I ain't got no friends.
And so I pulled out a little bit. He raised his hand. He raised his hand. Was like, "Hey,
This man ain't got no
he
friends.
got a knife or whatever.
This is why this man ain't got no friends now.
Yeah. So.
What grade was that?
I was third grade.
Third.
Third grade.
Third.
So that shaped my life right there. And so, you know, we take it on, man. And I got bullied up until about the 8th grade. And,
For the same thing?
no, not the same thing. No.
For the
I got
ninth?
bullied to the 8th grade. Like
bully for what?
like
Being smart.
bigger people, and you know what I mean. Like they it was
in Mississippi.
Yeah.
They need to get it together.
You know, and because I was a very intelligent person. You know,
People are scared of smart people.
Yeah, for sure.
They are scared of people who got some sense.
In the 8th grade, I beat up the bully. Never touched me again. Never
Yeah, you got to do it. I was bullied too.
Yeah.
I was bullied by this fat girl. And her cousins.
Yeah.
I can't fight everybody. Don't try to scratch up my face, child.
Yeah.
But you know, don't try to scratch up. I was so scared. Running.
Yeah.
But you know, they called me one day and I had to fight.
Yeah.
But I made it through.
Yeah. So 9th grade, you know, I dropped out of high school after that.
Now that's what I like to know. Okay, so you dropped out.
Yeah.
Now you're writing.
No, I wasn't writing yet. No.
But you're jotting stuff. You're right. You're jotting stuff. You getting something together. You're not a published author yet, but you're putting your thoughts on paper. And somewhat like journaling.
No, I wasn't even doing that. No.
Okay, so you dropped out. Then what?
Dropped out of. I was headed to Job Corps, and I wanted to stay away from Mississippi streets, and didn't want to end up prison. So, that's the only thing I seen. And my sister said you can move to Atlanta with me.
Now your parents helping you? Your sister's helping you with these thoughts.
No, like when I got there, she said you can move to Atlanta with me. And
okay.
Yeah, so she said move to Atlanta. So I hadn't even started right. I hated reading, writing, and speaking.
See, that's what I think is amazing.
Like, I hated reading, writing.
A lot of kids do.
Yeah.
Most of them don't like it.
If you think about it, 3rd grade, I felt, you know, getting in front of people was an issue.
Like, no.
Right? Yeah. So I told myself these entire my life, and then we keep on pressing.
Now, how does your teachers help aid in that lack of not liking it? Were they like, do it, or did they nurture that to help you get better at it?
And I did enough so I can get by.
Okay, so they weren't like they were, you know, because most teachers are just like.
I did enough to like it was 7th grade that like I say like I was thinking about this the other day is like a couple things in my life that transitioned like that was a impactful things.
Okay.
Right, like the 7th grade I seen my progress report and said nah you can do better than that.
But you were in honors classes though, right?
Yeah, that's when I became honors. Right, I came in 8th grade. I was in all with all the smart people then. Right, like
that's a different.
Like so I'm down here at the like but then I was like they put me in all these classes where. These guys that were making, you know what I mean, known for A's and B's, all A's. And so I was in all A classes at that point. I was like, dang, I'm in here. Like, what? I was just blessed with that. You know?
So the dropping out in 9th grade came because?
I was in 9th grade. I was in all honors classes as well.
So the dropping out though?
Because I was going to be 17 and so I'm 2 years behind in school, right? And
but just smart.
And so for me at that point, it was like
a challenge.
No, it wasn't even a challenge. Like I was starting to get in the streets. I was starting to get in the streets, and so I had a dream. Right? I had like
Marty. It has to be a little pressure too, because the thing is, you know, you're smart, but you're behind. You're around a bunch of smart people, so it's like, look, I'm smart like you. But I'm behind, but I'm in the room with you guys. But I know, yeah, I get it. I see what you're saying. Yeah, the thing, you know, when you're smart. Around other smart people, your smartness. Now I'm the dumbest person in the room around a bunch of smart people. We all smart, but their head smart. And I see what you're talking about. That makes a difference.
Yeah. So my girlfriend broke up. My first girlfriend broke up with me in 9th grade. I was like, man, I'm gonna start going down this road. Dropped out of high school.
I'm assuming she's also in the smart classes.
No, she wasn't.
Oh, okay.
She was a couple years ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So that again, these are all things building you.
Building up, yeah.
It's making you obviously say, you know what, I don't like this. I'm changing as a better person.
Yep.
Yes, you're evolving. I'm writing that down. Evolving.
During all that time, what's your rock? What are you driving your energy from?
Man, I started working at the age of 4 years old.
What's making you keep going?
Like, I started working at the age of 4 years old, so I already knew what the work ethic looked like. You know, I started on roofs and construction and stuff at 4.
4 years old?
4 years old. Yeah.
Who taught you that?
Life. I get
Hey,
that.
you
At
know,
4?
learning something
Yeah.
like it's like,
A skill.
yeah, I know that skill, but I don't want to do that skill though.
Too hard. Labor.
Yeah, nah, I just
You want to think with your mind.
yeah, that's you go. There you go.
Your
right
mind.
there. It's all about this mind. Like how
Your
do you use
mind.
that? Yeah.
Your mind. You want to keep that mind.
Yeah.
Your body can go. You can get hurt, whatever. But if you can lay in that bed and type or speak up and
Absolutely.
chat GPT now, you can speak something
Right.
into a computer and let it print it and
Out of AI.
yeah.
You know what
Your
I mean? Like,
your
you read a whole
mind.
book.
Yeah, your mind. I want my mind to keep working.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but you keep working out and all that kind of stuff, but you want your mind to be working. So you would say you began writing at what? Where you're taking it serious?
Taking it serious? That was out the military.
Okay, so
We're talking about that's in 2015.
okay, so when you started writing to say, you know what, let me start putting stuff down, but before you got to the serious part.
Like, cause I always had this thought of I don't like reading, writing, and speaking. I just don't like reading, writing, and speaking. And so I always had that thought process. And up until 2015, when I went to Afghanistan, went to Iraq, and I seen my wife writing.
You told me that.
Yeah, so I seen her writing. You know, she was writing on her 4th book at that time. Had dealt with some medical issues and stuff, and so I seen her writing. I was like, man, if she can do it, I can do it.
So you're
right.
You're right with the inspiration.
Yeah, so I you know, I seen that, and like I was telling DC, man, I was like, I told her, hey, I'm gonna write, and she's like, okay, cool. I said, I'm gonna write, and she said, all right, cool. And then the 3rd time I said that, she said, don't tell me about this no more until you do it. And I was like, what the hell is she talking to?
What year did you get married?
I got married in 2007, 19 days after first meeting her face to face.
Oh my God, I love stories like that. I'm sorry, I'm back.
You ain't back.
I'm back. I
You-
want
you gotta touch on
a
that.
love story like that.
No, 19 days after first meeting her, man. It was
I want one
she
like
rode with me through I was in Iraq. I did 10 months in Iraq.
that. I want one like that.
Yeah, I did 10 months in Iraq, so she rode with
Ain't
me.
many of those out there. man.
It's
I'm
not.
telling you right
So-
now.
And
Yeah.
she, you know what I
And
mean?
the thing is, he won't find anyone to probably fill those shoes either.
Oh, I'm not looking for anybody to fill those shoes.
Well, I mean, it's
Um,
you're not gonna find one to fill those shoes. That in your mind. Then the kids too. Yeah, it's gonna be hard, huh?
yeah, you know.
And these days, it's gonna be like, yeah, your kid's gonna be like this. Dad, no. Oops,
No, I don't receive that energy. She's out there. I don't receive that energy. She's out there. No, that energy don't come over here. She's out there. You know what I mean? And so, you know, just diving in and like I already had a bachelor's degree. I got my bachelor's degree in 3 years, 5 months. Right, on full military and all that stuff. So like school was not an issue. I didn't like school in school when I was in it. But then when I went back for the military and I was moving forward, pressing forward, it was like, man, I got to go to another rank. I got to go to another rank. I get to another rank. In a matter of 5 years and 6 years in the military, I did 4 tours and, you know, MSG Volunteer of the Year. Like I won a lot of awards. Like I finished 2nd in the whole Pacific Air Forces. I was going to be in the Air Force Times. You know what I mean? 12 Outstanding Airmen of the Year.
And being an example for your kids. Okay, first I gotta ask this: do your kids now like reading and writing? They're probably excelling and all that. Your babies.
So
Both their parents were like writers and all that stuff and excelled.
they're really like my son. Like my son is an author.
Okay, there you go.
He's a 6-time author.
Okay.
Right?
He's like 17, you said, right?
Like 16.
Yeah. Okay. There you
Yeah,
go. How about the baby girl? Thank you.
Yeah, he'll be he's 16 in 11 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, right around at the end of the month. Okay.
Yeah, she me and her gonna sit down. Me and her we gonna sit down and write this book. It's called
Okay.
Jumbo Fred and the Talking Oak Tree.
Oh, and she's 6.
Yeah, we're gonna sit down and write it. She gonna help me with that.
That's
Jumbo
gonna be
Fred and
cute.
the Talking Oak Tree.
Well,
Right? Like
if she wants to do a diva book, we can write it together, honey. Tell her we can sit down and do a tea party book.
a tea party.
A tea party book, girl. Let's how to do a tea
Jumbo Fred
party.
and the Talking Oak Tree.
Do a tea
That-
party.
That right there, I think this for the little kids that have families have transitioned, mom or dad.
Then y'all
That's
come
really-
back and
that's
do an
just-
interview.
Yeah,
She can come back and interview. Work her
Oh,
interview.
she gonna talk to you.
Hey, bring it on, baby. Let's go. I love that. So they got that. That's just a great thing to have to bond with your kids with, I think. But they got it from their parents.
Yeah, my son, we're about to do the journey of being a teen edition. So man, he gonna help me with this teen edition though. So we rocking.
I think that's great. I think 'cause even you asked me about me writing a book, and I think that would be something that I'm definitely wanting to do. But I do think that something is like, do I want to say that? But I want to say that.
Just do it.
I am, because you know
Like
what?
Nike, just do it.
You know,
Retire first.
Yeah.
Retire first. Seriously.
I haven't done nothing bad.
No, I'm just,
But I agree with you though.
yeah, retire first. Schools
What are you trying to say?
schools aren't very patient with employees.
His girlfriend's a teacher.
Mm.
Or it's not. She's
If you're a teacher, you want to do a talk all, you better retire.
I'm not Corinne Steffens here. I haven't done nothing like that. But, you know, but I've been, no, the thing is, because I think he's saying because I'm an attractive person, but still. All right, it's about you today. So, all right, so now, got that 2015. You got married in 2007. You guys are trucking along. What's the career path? Military is how you guys are supporting yourselves. Your wife is also in the military. What's she doing?
She wasn't doing, like, she had flatlined in 2009. I mean, 2010 she flatlined for the first time like this. Like, yeah, she flatlined. That was the third time when she flatlined the last time. She had lupus.
Okay, so she's had an illness. Okay,
Yeah,
and that's when she started to write about her experiences with her,
There you go.
like a journal. Okay,
Yep.
about her how she's dealing with that.
Yeah.
So that's the thing is, people like real stories.
Yeah.
Those are very endearing.
She
So-
wrote this book called Flatline 1 and Flatline 2, where she talked about her stories. Like, she actually talked about that, and she, you know what I mean, like in a like her story, but she kind of made it an urban feel to those. Talked about her going to the doctor and how we got back together because we were separated for a little bit, and she talked about, you know, the back and forth with that, and so she laid it all out on the table with those. Those come into life, right? So I'm just gonna let everybody know those books are coming to life. You're gonna get a whole heart by themselves. Yeah, they're gonna be series. We're gonna put that thing together.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why Diamante Media Group is
What year did she transition?
in 2020. You know what I mean?
Stupid
2020. COVID. He passed away in 3 days.
So he was a single dad in 3 days
Yeah,
with the baby. The baby was 1.
almost 2. Yeah,
She's
yeah. She's like
2.
21 months, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got some. You know what I mean? Like, throughout the journey, you know, it's been a journey. But we here.
She's daddy's girl, I'm sure.
That's my little homie right there.
Yeah, my daughter's your daddy's girl too. My daughter's 30 almost, but
Yeah,
she's still daddy's girl, you know. All right, so let's move along and see how this growth and how the kids have been going. Let's keep it moving with the second part with the let's see, I'm on the wrong card. With the mental health and the healing from within. So let's kind of move on with, now you're at a point in your life where wife has had some issues going on. She began to journal. You see her putting hers into art, into writing. I mean, I feel writing is an art.
Yeah.
Because it's like music is an art.
Mhm.
People feel like, oh, it's just a song. It's really not. These people are writing songs just like authors are writing books.
Yeah.
Because I mean, your first writings were urban.
Yeah.
Correct. Before the recent one is the journal. The art of being is a journal, but your other 6 books were urban themed.
Yeah.
Meaning urban themed meaning.
Urban thing meaning it was about just life experiences, people like dying, like people getting shot at, people, you know, it's really having life experiences. And a lot of times we don't tell those, and you know, so I had to go into a fiction mind with those, and it gave that feel to it, and it laid it all out, right? I took something from nothing and created something, right? Just like when we were creating this world. So I took something, like I took this idea on the way to New York on ball ties, no registration, no insurance, and I took that. It was actually right around this time 10 years ago, right? So right around this time 10 years ago, I was doing such, and we published over 200 books over 5 years, And now I do less of publishing aspect of it. I do more of publishing my own stuff and getting that stuff. But I got a massive project I'm about to put to work and get a lot of be a force in nature and a disruptor in this world with.
Not a disruptor.
Disruptor.
I gotta write that
I'm
down.
disrupting.
I'm a, you know, I'm the 8th grade spelling bee champion in my hometown where I'm from. My daughter was like, "Mom, please stop saying that. It's the truth."
Hey, let's go. That's what's up. Hey,
Something to do
I'm
high
not.
school.
You're right. So hey, you did something.
8th grade spelling champion.
There you go.
I don't know if I'm still am, but my daughter was like, "Mom, please stop saying that."
Hey, I
I
never wanted.
I am. My spelling skills are great. CC, great. So I love the word. So you said you were what?
What?
The word you just said?
Disruptor.
Disruptive.
Disruptor.
Disruptor. You're a disruptor. You're not disruptive.
In the positive sense.
Right, because a disruptor is different. I like that.
That's a positive and a negative word. You need to make sure you should have a pronoun in front of it and let you know you're talking
So
about.
I like that. A disruptor. I like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, so keep going.
Yeah, so in this space now, like moving those 6 books, and I started that and just kept on putting them out, right? Like I put a book out, like the book. I felt what helped me after her transition, because I started writing the book while she was living. It was Path to the Throne too. So that was probably my best urban book. And so when I wrote that book, in 2019, I think, something like that. And then she was like, "You got to put this book out. You got to put this book out." And so it wasn't until 2022, like after her transition, and I was like, I got to heal, right? This is part of my healing. And when I couldn't do it. And I was like, man, when I locked in on it, man, it was game over. That was my best book. There's a prayer in there. So much beautiful, like gifted, like, man, I went to a whole different place with that.
And fiction work, you think it's hard? So that brings me to the question, do you think it's harder to write fiction? Because you're making it all up. Like, how do you make it be realistic without sounding like cheesy or goofy?
So we all are gifted, right? Like we're all gifted in the space, and we, like, if you say I want to do something, you do it. You can tell about your surroundings. Hey, I can write a whole story about this moment right now, right? It's all, yeah, this is realistic. However, like if I say, I can change the characters in here and be able to have that conversation. You create a movie. We're all living a movie right now. So if you think it from that mindset, you can create whatever you choose to create, right? Your future, you are the future. So place that in your mind. You're able to create that. If I want to go and create 10 books that turn to movies tomorrow, like I could, like, and that stuff. Like I was telling DC, I got 4 journals. That's why I like personal development is my space. That's my space. I love writing personal development books and growing this mind. Like you said a minute ago, like it's about this mind. Your mind is so powerful that we only use a piece of it. But then when you dive into it and really start pulling out the weeds of life, you think about it, the pieces that we have a lot of junk, right? And like that's why I put in my we have a lot of garbage that's sitting there and that doesn't, we carry these bags around with us and we can't do anything with those bags.
They're just bags.
Yeah, it's just bags. You carry the garbage bags around like everywhere. You just got garbage bags, right? And so you think about that.
But you know what I like? I do daily affirmations. I listen to, like, I in my house, I have a huge theater system on the first floor, and I will literally sit there with the remote and go, turn it up, like bam, 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 bam. And we'll sit there. I have this thing I put on my face. It's like a red light therapy. And just listen to it. I mean, he's giving, go after your dreams. Da, da, da. I mean, he is screaming. Now, that approach is probably not for everyone. Because you have like Tony Robbins who speaks, da, 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 da. But it's this African guy. I forgot his name offhand, but he is screaming.
Eric Thomas?
Yeah.
It is Eric
E.T.
Thomas, yeah.
Oh, I love him. Yeah. Like his wife was sick and everything, But he said, I do it for whatever her name is. I do. For me, it just I like that, and it's just I just sit there and just.
I love that. However, I think a lot of the times we just packing this stuff up. You just packing it, and eventually when you get to, that's why when you get to people that are made a lot of money and things of that nature, they go back and they they're unable to be at that space because they got all this stuff below it, right? They don't go to the roots of it, right? And that's one of the things is because we're about to kick this thing off. This is the journal right here. So it's called the Journey of Being. So diving into the Journey of Being, like I said, in 2 weeks, the audio book is gonna be out on all platforms, and like diving into that, going into that, and I read out a day. One of the days I love is day 5. Let me see a second. Day 5, right? Like day 5 is embracing the present moment. The present moment is the only moment available to us. Is the door to all moments, right? How often do I dwell on my past and worry about the future? What benefits come from focusing on the present moment? How can I bring my most meaningful mindfulness into the daily routines? What does being present feel like in my body? How does living in the present help me move forward from my past trauma? So, you know what I mean? And then you get to day 11, you know what I mean? We all self-sabotage ourselves.
I love how you can write in there.
Right.
Notes and journals.
Like your biggest enemy is not your obstacle in your path, but it's the way you sabotage yourself.
Oh, self-sabotage.
Yeah, like we self-sabotage. Like, oh man, I'm gonna wait till later. You know you need to get it done.
Procrastination.
Right.
I'm guilty of that.
That's fear.
But then I overdo it, and then I'm exhausted.
You try to do it all at one time.
And that's why. Why do we do that?
Because you got stuff inside of you. You got to get to, like today, I dove into it. And diving into, that's why I was able to have this conversation with you. And like diving into, some of the things that even 30 years later from that incident, filling out like, okay, let's pull this. I just went through this thing called Landmark Forum, right? Landmark Forum Worldwide. And it absolutely impacted my life. And pulling out a lot of that stuff. And then, that's how I'm able to think at a not to say just from that, because I was already working on myself, but I just went through an advanced course. I'm about to go through another course as well. But it's pulling out these things that you want to do, and it wants to do you too. So let's connect, right? Like let's connect. Like what you thinking of in who you are. They want to connect, but you gotta get there. And this is one of the tools that helped me get there. Like since this, this thing's right here. Like I was talking to DC, like I'm using this journal right here. I'm in talks right now with the local sheriff department to be the master trainer to train female inmates. To train female employees so they can train female inmates on how they can never return there again, right? So they can be able to get to the root cause of this by running this 4-week program. So, and she's looking to put me on her board. Right,
oh, wow.
Committee board. So that is what you're doing right here. So this right here, I'm looking for partners and people, like people that want to, take some things and like all the way around and really let's start elevating this right here. Because, like I was telling DC a little bit ago, I went through prolonged exposure treatment when I came out of the military. Like before I came out for the last 6-7 months.
Like PTSD?
Yeah.
PTSD?
Yeah. So in the VA, like my first 2-3 years, they said, "Oh, you don't have PTSD." I was like, "What?" They don't. That's crazy. 4 tours.
They don't care.
I got 4 combat medals.
They don't care.
Right. So
I hate that about that. That's why I feel like they don't take care of the people when they get out.
Yeah, and so
with this hashtag. Okay, get this.
Hashtag everybody's.
Okay, so let's go ahead and give some hashtags to make sure that people can find you when they need to find you. Okay. I'm gonna give your hashtags. I mean, do you have yours memorized or no?
Yeah, man. Like
I can give them
the journey of being. The journey of being. That's one of the things is like that is massive. Let's rock that. The journey of being, because we're all on this journey of being, right? And mindset mastery. Mindset mastery. When you master this right here, game changer. right? And so 3WLR. So those are my values: wealth, wisdom, wellness, love, and respect. Right? Like, so it's okay to be not okay. It's okay to be not okay. That's the last one.
A lot of people don't know that, and they don't think that.
It's okay to not okay. Man.
That's the thing. They think like, you know what? I want to keep it to myself.
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed. I'm ashamed, and they keep it up. It bottled it up, and then it just goes maybe left haywire down. They just say, you know what, and they never get healing from it, and then they never get anything to help them help themselves, and they never get to the best them to be a better.
Gotta get some mastery. And I got this journal. I'm gonna say this right here. I got this audio book coming out on all platforms. You can find it on
July
YouTube,
25th.
July 25th on my 40th birthday. So that's coming out in 2 weeks from today. 2 weeks of the day, that book is coming out in audio book. So you can find it on YouTube. We're gonna have it on YouTube. We're gonna have it on all platforms around the world. And so definitely dive on it. You can go on to my YouTube right now.
I'm
The
sharing
Journey
my
of
stuff
Being.
too.
The Journey of Being, Volume 1. Go check out the promo. The promo video is off the chain. We did it, and so we dove into it last night. So let's get it.
Don't forget your new episode coming up.
Okay. And also, on his stuff, just so you know, I'm going to put his stuff on my stuff. It's going to be LinkedIn, just so you know, but everything's going to be linked into mine. Really quick, make sure that you guys, I have an episode coming out on my show, July 25th, on his the same day that he has his stuff coming out. Isn't that ironic? I have an episode with Big Debo. Y'all saw the Big Debo last week that was here with me. That made me late for my show last week too. I'm just playing. But no, the extreme don'ts in dating. Believe it or not, y'all, everybody's talking about this. So the extreme don't on a first date, not just dating, on the first date. That episode is going to be coming out on the 25th. Okay, y'all see the promos, all the commercials and promos. They're out. They're getting a good buzz. We're going to do a lot of marketing behind it. So get ready to check that out, and it's going to be big. So be checking it out. Get ready. It's going to be big. Oh, and the Glam Room Confessionals, y'all. Keep sending those in.
Everybody smile.
Yeah.